Alright, so I'm going to take you through a walkthrough of Dark Souls. First we're going to make a character creation, and I guess I should go ahead and explain the whole purpose of this walkthrough is to help a friend out who, for whatever reason, decided to be a warrior and not start with the Master Key. So I took it as a challenge upon myself to do the same and help him through this. Obviously, I would prefer to have the Master Key because you can get a lot of weapons and souls and a lot of just good shit to have a lot earlier in the game than you need to. And you also can skip the depths completely, which I fucking hate the depths. That's where I'm at right now. I just got there, and that's when I decided to stop and go ahead and edit some videos. I don't know how long it's going to take me to put out the videos, but this is my very first playthrough that I'm doing. This is the first voiceover that I've ever done. I'm trying to mainly just get ready for Dark Souls 2 because I want to do a live commentary walkthrough on my very first playthrough of that. I've beaten Demon Souls, I've beaten Dark Souls, so I think I'm pretty good at the game. Obviously I'm not as good as some of the guys that you'll see out there. Some of these people are just amazing with their parry and repose. Just stellar, but I can't do that shit. So in this playthrough I'll be trying to keep my equipment at 25% burden or less just to make it faster. I'm also going to be working on dodging and blocking, so even though I'm starting as a warrior, I'm pretty much not playing as a warrior just because I think warriors kind of suck. I like to I don't know, I just don't like really wearing a lot of armor. It's more fun for me to just die a shit ton and be able to run around. And since I won't have the Master Key, I won't be getting the Grass Crest Shield as early as I would normally get it. Not even going to get it when I can get it. I'm not going to go down to the Dark Root Basin at all. I told my buddy that I was just going to do a regular playthrough, follow the order I guess that you're supposed to go in, although I would have already been to the catacombs and made a fire weapon by now. Throughout this first 2 hours of gameplay, I'm not going to use anything except my starting shield, my starting sword. I dabble a little bit in the halberd, and I pick up a Baldur's shield and I use that for a little bit. But for the most part, I'm just wearing some chainmail that I bought at the beginning, just some chainmail pants and the warrior helmet to get some poise. That's just enough poise to where little shits won't knock me over. If you've never played this game before, the character creation screen, really none of that shit matters. As I said earlier, the Master Key would be the ideal thing to start out with. I'm gonna stop talking right now and just watch some gameplay for a little bit. Not even sure if I'm gonna use this voiceover, since all this shit's about to be edited out. I can talk during it anyways. I don't even know what this mic sounds like. It's pieced together by some duct tape. This is the beginning of the game. You start off in the Undead Asylum. For this run, I picked the black firebombs because I'm going to kill the Asylum Demon. Okay, I'm gonna obviously edit that out, but I will be killing the Asylum Demon on the first run through, which he'll drop his badass great hammer or whatever. Which I don't even know if it's good or not. I've never used the damn thing before. But I figured if I'm not starting with the Master Key, I might as well go ahead and get that shit and see if I can put it to use early. So I'll be focusing a lot more on strength and endurance on this character, which is something I rarely do. Endurance is always the first thing I get up, usually to at least 30 before I even raise any of my other skills. It's just my favorite thing to have is a lot of endurance, because then you can attack more, you can block more, and you can run faster, farther, whatever. But you're gonna see that I'm almost gonna die to him. Kind of starts off pretty poorly for me. I'm also thinking that I'm not gonna be able to use this recording because I'm playing it with sound right now while I'm watching it and doing the commentary, and I'm playing it through my speakers, so it's probably gonna pick up some reverb on the mic and it's gonna sound like shit, but I guess we'll just find out in a minute. This isn't live, so it's whatever. But yay, the Asylum's dead. Asylum Demon, he's dead. Drops the Demon's great hammer. I pat myself on the back. Not too hard, but you know, a nice little loving pat, just so I feel it. I feel a little better about myself. Still have to go through this bullshit to go get your stupid equipment and stuff, even though I don't really need it, I guess. Well, no, I do, because I don't have the fucking master key. Normally, I wouldn't need any of this shit, because I would just be running around doing suicide runs. Not doing any of those this playthrough. I have about 6 hours of videos on another playthrough that I'm doing with a faith-based character. Never played with a faith-based character, used miracles, so decided I would give that a try. We'll see how that one works out. I think I'm in Blight Town on that one right now, just kind of fucking around. Maybe I'm in the catacombs. I really don't know where I am at that point, but the beginning of this is very easy. If you're having a lot of problems in the Undead Asylum, you really just need to get used to the controls. The important thing that I can tell you is you need to block. You definitely need to dodge sometimes, and one of the more important things that I think people overlook is your equipment burden. I try to keep mine at 25% because I just like it that way. It's a lot faster. I can dodge faster, I can roll faster, and the gameplay is faster for the viewers. So I do keep that into effect, or in the back of my head or whatever. But yeah, I mean, if you're having problems in the Undead Asylum, you shouldn't be. So this is the equipment screen right now. As you can see, I have 52 is my max burden. So if you divide that by 4, then what you're going to get is 13. So as long as I'm 13 or under, then I can run at the fastest, I can jump, and I can fall farther distances without taking as much damage. And all that shit is cool to me. I like that. So I don't know, just a personal preference. You can load it up to 50% and you can still roll away, so you can still dodge. And that way you can have better poise, wear better armor. And if that's the way you want to play through, that's fine. But just, I did it mainly this way so that if you do decide to use armor on your character, that's fucking cool. You can use armor, and you can see that I'm going to be having a more difficult time than you. I also haven't updated any of my weapons. I haven't upgraded anything yet. I've done a little bit of soul farming. That was just because I got pissed off trying to beat the shit out of the Capra Demon in the cheapest way possible, which didn't really work out for me. Apparently it worked out for some other people. I saw some videos of people successfully doing it. I just couldn't get it to work. With the dung pies, if anybody knows what I'm talking about, you'll see it here in a few videos. But yeah, I probably will need to redo this commentary track just because this is shitty. I'm not very good at the commentary, it turns out, so we'll see. Alright, bye.